Hi everyone, I am Zoreen here with CrossCounter, and I'm talking to the one, the only, Hollywood RobTV.
Yeah, you know, very happy to be here with my girl Zoreen and everything. We're out here at E3, got
That's
the beautiful flowers in the backdrop and everything. You know, everything is looking good right now.
Yeah, it is, and things I think for you in particular have been looking real good lately. You've been on Street Fighter League, putting in work on CPT.
Yeah, I'm very happy with how everything's going right now. I mean, especially, like I said, even as far as this myself in general, as like I said, as a singles competitor, but Street Fighter League has just been huge. Like a lot of times when there's a new idea in the FGC, everybody isn't necessarily like super receptive to it. So we weren't sure what we were gonna get, and then it turned out to be godlike, and the community's actually supporting it. So I'm super happy with it. It's going well.
Mm-hmm. Did you expect that reaction, or did it kind of take you by surprise?
So I did the Challenger reality TV show, and the FGC, we're so tied to wanting to be grassroots. A lot of us are like, oh, esports, well, what's that, so on and so forth. So initially when the TV show was announced, there was a good amount of pushback, and then people warmed up to it more. And so with Street Fighter League, another thing when it's like, oh, 3v3 character ban, that's not what we're used to. So there was a little bit of pushback at first, but then again, the product came out and it's been getting mad love. So I was super, super happy to see that, and I'm proud of the FGC for that.
Mm-hmm. How are you liking the format? I mean, like, you're playing in a team, which is different to how you usually compete, right?
Yeah, so I actually think that playing in a team is godlike. Seriously, it's like you're not just playing for yourself. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, as a player, it feels different. But even, I feel like, for the viewers, it's different. Just from the outside looking in, just like when you're watching team sports or something. Like, Curry hits a game-winning shot, but a part of the thing that's so dope is his teammates running up to him and like, being all hyped together and everything, So I think that's one of the things that, I won't say any esports has anything over us because the FGC is the greatest guaranteed. But, of course, there are some advantages to other esports. And one of the things with a lot of the bigger esports is they're all team-based. Mm-hmm. So it's easy to get emotionally attached to a team versus one individual player. And Street Fighter League, I think, is curing that for us with the FGC. Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of been funny to watch, from a spectator's point of view, because it's obvious that some teams have more synergy than others.
Yes. Like, our team, so me and Du and Sean are all good friends.
Yeah.
So we do a whole lot of, banter, talking trash back and forth and whatnot. Like, you'll probably never catch me giving Knuckle Dude any credit, so he actually sucks. Like, he's very bad.
Yeah. Don't look at those results.
My face. Dead serious, he sucks actually. I hope you see this. But so but I definitely think chemistry plays a big role. So even if you have some of the best players, but if you guys can't gel as a unit, it's probably not going to work. Like me and Knuckle Dude and Sean, we might be going to get drinks sometime tonight or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
But that means that in the actual match, when we're really it's easier for us to all flow together and feed off each other's energy. So it is a really cool dynamic.
Is that weird going from like that to like, CPT still happening, right? And then you're suddenly up against each other again in that way? I found it interesting. Like, so actually Knuckle Dude and Shine, I think they were in the same pool. They were. They were in the same pool at Combo Breaker. So they had to play in winners finals of the pool to see who gets out of winners. Knuckle Dude always beat Sean. So I'm in a crowd and I took a picture and I'm like, all right, so whoever loses this is kicked off the team. And all right, I think it was like whoever loses is kicked off the team or has to become an Alex main, one or the other. Wow.
Yeah. So Knuckle Dude ended up losing. And Sean popped off on him and everything. Like the chair flew on the ground and all that. Yeah. He popped off and everything. So it's really interesting. And at the end of the day, when it's time for us to, fight heads up, then, you can't have too many friends in that moment. But, right after, of course, we're back to being family.
That's right.
No,
it's
I don't like
family.
This. Yeah.
You can't
right. Yeah. Scrubs. Yeah.
Now, I really have to ask you about this because you've been going on about it on social media a little bit recently.
Right.
Talking about the West Coast and how things are here in LA, specifically in relation to esports and the FGC. I mean, what's that been about, man?
Okay, so to clarify for anyone watching, so I know how it could seem like that. I haven't gone on about it whatsoever, actually. What happened is I was at Wednesday Night Fights. We were shooting Street Fighter League, so I was just happened to be in California.
I remember that.
Went to Wednesday Night Fights, and we had an impromptu money match, Midwest, versus SoCal versus, the West Coast. And it was just impromptu. We didn't know we were going to have it, and then we didn't even know it was going to be on stream. So when it happens, we win, and there's a pop-off and everything.
Everyone blows up. Yep.
And it's just, and then impromptu, Vicious asked me, like, oh, what you talking about? And then we go and we talk about it, and that's what happened there. But even with that, again, this topic, it's nice that more people are talking about it right now, but this is something that's very well known. I don't even like to just say behind the scenes, but I guess looking at people's reaction to what I've said, it must just be behind the scenes. Like, some stuff is just common sense. It's not like there's anything wrong with it. It just is what it is. Some stuff works that way. It's like there's some spots where if you want to be an accountant or you make more money in a certain area. So, but it's not like, oh, the world is evil because. So I think some people may have. What I said, I completely mean. Of course, yes, there's more, opportunities or whatever.
Here,
But for one, no, I didn't. Outside of that moment, outside of people asking me about it, I did not go in or go on about that. I never made a YouTube video about it. I never did. I did a Twitch stream about it. I never did anything with that. It was all impromptu, just like a spur of the moment thing. And that is those are my genuine feelings on it. And 99% of the FGC 100% agrees. But with that being the case, I don't necessarily think that everything just needs to be changed. It's a state of emergency or anything like that. Like some people may get in the wrong idea. I'm somebody who is from Ohio where we've had, shout out to my local scene, but viewership and things like that is non-existent, especially from when, where I started at. So, and I've been able to, I'm out here at E3 with Capcom and everything. I'm interviewing with the great Zareen and everything, you know what I mean? I'm seriously so I'm doing very well for myself, and I'm not from California and I'm not from New York. And there are some other examples, not a ton, but there are some people who have shown that it is possible. Yeah. So I don't think anything is impossible. If you want it bad enough, you can do it wherever you are. But yes, you do have a much easier time, and you are standing on the shoulders of giants if you live in certain regions.
Yeah, or you can do what I did and just pick everything up and move to that region.
Yes, exactly. Nobody's stopping you. Exactly. If you feel like, oh, I can't, or I need to, then just get up and go. Nobody's stopping you from doing that. A lot of people in LA are transplants.
That's right.
Yeah, a lot of people come out here to grind outside of FGC and esports, just acting, film. It's just a huge hub and everything, So, I definitely just think that some people were taking it's. I guess people don't usually speak their mind a whole lot nowadays. So this stuff that's a common conversation behind the scenes, for me to say it out loud, I guess, was just like.
I don't think it was so much like you saying out loud as like the way you kind of framed it, right? And I think maybe, people can misinterpret it as well because it's, it's social media and it's said over text and everyone has their own way of taking it and taking a look at what you said. But
I think that there's. Okay, let me think. Because I've got to be very careful. Because I usually try to not to be on this topic all too much. Because I'm not even trying to. I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. So I'm not trying to. I've done a lot of stuff outside of this little West Coast conversation. So I don't try to be harp on it too much.
Right.
But in general, let's say that hypothetically there were certain people in America outside of FGC, just in the world, who had advantages. Okay, let's not do that. Let's say in the world, certain countries, like being from America.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's say somebody said, oh, Americans have it. Let's say someone said Americans have it easy. All of a sudden, or have it easier than other people. All of a sudden, a lot of Americans would say, what? Like me, I'm from an inner city area. The food stamps, ramen noodles, so on and so forth. That's where I originally come from. So I may hear someone say that and say, what? I had to... I had to get financial aid. I had to so on and so forth. But I'm not understanding that these people don't have the financial aid in the first place. They don't even have the food stamps. They don't have, they could be not even have paved roads and things of that nature where they are. But because of where I'm from, my ethnocentricity makes it so that I'm not understanding where they're coming from, and I think that they're discrediting my hard work. So which is just, I understand why, and it's a natural human reaction.
Yeah.
But it is definitely a misinterpretation, and I think that in the end of the day, there's plenty of people in California who've been doing it for years, and they're not as big as Tasty Steve. They're not as big as Vicious. They're not as strong as Commander Jesse. So on and so forth. The list goes on. So clearly, these people had to grind and try to be at the top of their craft. It's just that being at the top of your craft and being amazing at it. Let's say you're a 9 out of 10. You have to be. If you're a 9 out of 10 in one area and a 9 out of 10 in another region, you're not going to make it to the same place.
Right. No, I think, that's a really good way to describe what you were trying to say as well.
Yeah.
So that definitely makes sense. But hey, back onto Street Fighter League and all the cool stuff that's been happening.
Much love to Cali. Unless somebody has an issue with me, then, not to you.
Hey, who cares about the haters, right? But it looks like a lot of cool things have been happening for you this year. How are you feeling about 2019 in general, going into the rest of CPT?
I'm feeling amazing right now. Definitely, Street Fighter League has just been, just a huge thing as far as like raising your profile and everything. Definitely. Even as far as getting stronger, you got to imagine, with us shooting Street Fighter League, all of those strong players in one place, and we can train together and, theory fight and so on and so forth. So, that's definitely huge. I mean, being here at E3, I've never been to E3 before.
Oh,
so
wow,
to be, yeah, right? So to be flown out and everything, like I've met so many people, I would say I've got some good networking.
That's right.
Networking in and all that. So I'm definitely doing some interesting things. And you guys can see with my shirt and everything, I'm actually working with an amazing brand, Tar Pit Club. Shout out to my boy Travis and everything. They actually make a lot of like the esports shirts and make Marvel great again, all that stuff like that. Yeah, so everything is going really good right now, and I'm feeling really good as far as where I'm at skill wise, as far as the CPT and everything.
Do you have any funny behind the scenes stories and while you guys have been shooting Street Fighter League?
Oh, there's so many. Damn. Okay, let me think. Okay, so I have a video on my phone of me and Broly Legs having a freestyle rap session.
Oh my god, I need to see that.
Yeah, I actually have that, so I may have to post that. Okay, so there was a time when. Oh wow. Okay.
Let's not get anyone in trouble here.
No, of course. Alcohol may or may not have been involved after shooting, and RobTV and Toy may have been in the middle of a dance circle. Like having a bit of like a dance battle or something like that. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Now that's the footage we need to see.
Yeah, Broly Legs. I hope no one has that footage. I pray no one has that footage actually. Broly Legs actually. Well, nah, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, and I said, well, yeah, and so I had Knuckle Dude convince me, like, yo, bro, like, let's get a shot or whatever. I'm like, all right, bro, I'll give a shot. But then it's like, bro, let's get another one, bro. Da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, bro, like, and that's it. So next thing I know, Toy comes up. No, you drinking with you every time at events. You never want to drink. You don't drink at all. So you're not gonna drink with me. All right, before you know it. All right, so then we're out in it's like a little alley next to the studio that we're shooting at, and me, Punk, and Adam had a full blown foot race, like a full sprint. I came in first. Punk came in second. Punk is actually way faster than I thought he would be. And I thought Adam would be mad fast. Adam, you're definitely not fast to be playing basketball and whatnot. Adam came in third. But yeah, after that, well, I'll just say that. Yeah, so we had a foot race and I won the race. Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that you guys get you're having a couple of drinks and that's where your minds go. You're like, let's have a race.
Let's have a foot race. We're playing music and stuff, racing. Like,
oh my God.
I have no idea.
You degenerate.
I took my shoes off and everything for the race. Like,
wow.
I was all the way. I was full Usain Bolt. Yeah.
Well, Rob, thank you so much for your time here today. You have any shout outs you want to give?
Of course, I definitely want to say shout out to the Tar Pit Club. Shout out to Ohio FGC and the Midwest in general. Zareen, I appreciate you. And CrossCounter, my boy Gootex. And I just want to let everybody know to make sure you check out Street Fighter League. In general, if you haven't been seeing the episodes or if you missed any, they're actually on YouTube, or you can check the Capcom Fighters Twitch broadcast, like so you can catch the past episodes. And the finals are going to be going on, competing for $30,000. Actually, I think $57,000. That's a mad random number.
Yeah.
But, competing for $57,000 in CEO, and I think that's in a week or two.
Yeah, it's real
something
soon.
like
Real
that. So
soon.
yeah, definitely tune into that and root for Team Gil. At least root for me. Yeah. So.